and they take that code number to a bank and they get the cash.
Wow.
No one ever knows your name. No one ever knows the phone number that you called in on. That is completely scrubbed out of the system.
Okay, so how will a person know the amount of the reward that comes with that?
That's an excellent question. The board of directors meets each month, and we discuss the reward amounts, because we want to make sure that that is always fair and in proportion to the severity of the crime. And we have to report a record of those amounts.
Right, right.
And according to the severity of the crime, when you call in and you get your code number, you're told at that time, this tip will pay $1,000, this tip will pay $500. Now, the Crime Stoppers themselves will set an amount up to $1,000. However, local businesses and local individuals have been so passionate about solving some of the crimes that have been committed against their businesses, they have upped that amount to as high as $10,000.
Okay, Doc. So you said that once a month the board meets to determine the
amounts of the tips that they're recommended to be paid out at a certain amount, and we approve that.
So if a crime happened today and a person calls tips today, then they have to wait a month before they are determined whether or not.
Well, they would need to wait until the arrest was made.
And the arrest is made. Let's say.
All right, and the arrest is made
before the board meets again.
Yes, then there's about at least a 30-day cycle.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Because we want to make sure that this is fair, it's above board, and we comply with all the regulations, and everybody gets a fair shake.
Yeah, because I want to make sure to get clarity, because I don't want people thinking that I could call today, they arrest somebody today, and then next week I could go and get a check.
Yeah, it's not an instant process, but we are paying out tens of thousands of dollars each year in tips that people have called in to do a community service. And I'd like to just address the elephant in the room.
Go ahead.
All right? And the elephant in the room is snitching on somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? And I grew up in a culture to where if you were a tattletale or you were a snitch, that you were looked down on.
Right, right.
And I understand that. However, if an elderly person in their bed at night is assaulted and tied up with an extension cord and beat within an inch of their life, then I don't consider it a snitch to call in, and if I had information that would help prevent that from happening to some other elderly person, or that could bring justice to the family.
Yeah, because maybe it's my family that's affected by it.
You bet.
Wow, I want somebody who have information to call in.
And everyone has to make that own judgment in their own heart about whether or not they are going to report a tip or not.
But it goes back to what you said earlier, Doc, is that it is completely anonymous.
It's completely anonymous.
You know? So, I mean, if a person has information about a crime, then call in, you know, and report it, because it's going to make all of us safer.
You know, there are many people in the community that even if there wasn't any cash reward, and they knew something that may help prevent a crime or bring justice or get a criminal off the street, they would call in anyway.
But now, Doc, you don't even have to call anymore. You have an app now. We have an app for everything. Talk to us about the app, Doc.
You bet. There is an amazing app called the P3 app. It's by Anderson Software. P3 app. It's all over the United States. They have all the bugs worked out of it. It's been in place for years. And the P3 app allows someone to pick up their phone and touch the P3 app icon, enter their personal code number that they've set up. They can report a crime and do live chat with someone on the other end completely anonymously. In other words, let's just say that you had information about a terrible assault that had been committed. You can touch the P3 app and say, I know who committed this assault, and I know where they are right now. I am watching them as they enter the grocery store. Their license number on their car is this, and no one on the other end knows your phone number or who you are.
Wow. And look, it's so simple. I just did it on my phone.
The P3 app.
It's that simple. I just went to my app store, put P3 in there, and P3 tips came right up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And in a minute, we'll talk about the application of the P3 app in our local school system.
Yeah.
But we'll get there when you want to get there, Pastor. All right.
Hey, you already there, Doc. Go ahead and jump right in now.
There is a new fantastic program that is in the process right now of being introduced in all of the high schools in 3 counties in Southeast Texas. And of course, you know, the younger people are so tech savvy.
Yeah.
They know all about these things.
They do.
So they're already using the P3 app. And a student could be sitting anywhere in school, and let's say that they saw a teacher being threatened.
Yeah.
Or, you know, the kids know everything. They know what's going on. Let's say that a young person had confided in a friend that they were contemplating suicide.
Wow.
Or let's say that someone was being terribly abused at home, and one of their classmates knew about that.
Or if they know somebody that wants to come and shoot the school up.
Or on the other end of that spectrum, someone that has threatened to, or someone that has brought a weapon into the school, or some horrific crime that could be committed. They can simply touch that P3 app and enter that information to a live person, and that can be handled immediately.
Wow.
And that also goes to the prevention factor.
Yeah.
Because let's just say you and I were in the cafeteria, and we knew we were surrounded by 150 of our friends with the P3 app, and we were thinking about pulling some crazy stunt.
You would do it.
We may not pull that crazy stunt.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the P3 is absolutely anonymous also.
Completely anonymous. You can actually chat with someone on the P3 app, and they don't know who you are or the phone number that you're using.
Wow. And look, again, it is so simple. I'm sitting right here, and we're talking about this thing, and I went in on my app store. Whether you have an Android device or an Apple device, just go to your app store, put in P3, and it's gonna come up P3 tips. Download it to your phone, and it's there.
And it's there.
It's that easy.
It's that easy. It's that easy. And this kind of segues into how the Crime Stoppers is actually funded.
Yeah.
It is a nonprofit, and we are dependent on donations and contributions and sponsorship and grants. And Crime Stoppers receives a small amount of money through the court system.
Okay.
And that, by law, is designated only for paying for the rewards.
Okay.
Okay? That's a very small part of our budget. So I'm going to appeal to everyone to contribute to your community's safety and contribute to Crime Stoppers. And if that can be a small amount of money, God bless you. If it can be you volunteering to help.
That's good.
Okay? Because we've got a tiger by the tail with this school program. We have schools that are knocking on our doors saying, we want the program in our school. We want it now.
Wow.
And, you know, it's all about bodies and balances.
Yeah.
All right? We need the physical help to be able to spread this information, and we need the money to manage the program because it's growing real fast.
And so if you have a small business out there, and you're a small business owner, hey, listen, this is a good way to support the community by giving to Crime Stoppers. If you're just a part of the community and just
You
want to donate, no donation is too small.
You bet.
You know?
And you can call the administration number, the 409-333-4088,
Yeah.
and ask how you can contribute and become a business sponsor.
Yeah.
There are some benefits to that besides just contributing to your
That's
community.
good. That's good.
But with this school program, we need some help. We're spread thin, and we're running fast because it is being adopted by all of the high schools, and even within the schools, they're setting up Crime Stopper clubs, just like you would have a debate club, or you would have a foreign language club. They'll have a Crime Stoppers club, and there are even some young people that are in school now that want to go into the criminal justice law enforcement field, and by participating in the School Crime Stoppers program, they can have opportunities to do that.
Wow. That is good.
That's another path for them to take, and that's the path we want them to take at the fork in the road.
So if you want to donate, again, we're going to put the number back on the bottom of the screen. It's 409-338-4088 to call the administration of Crime Stoppers to be a sponsor, to donate,
volunteer,
You
get information. You bet.
Anything that's administrative, you can call that number. Again, that number is 409-333-4088. Now that's not the tip line. Now again, here's the tip number. It's 409-TIPS-8477. 833-TIPS. 409-833-TIPS or 8477. Now, Doc, you go around the community spreading this word about tips.
We do have outreach.
Yeah. So talk to us about that.
Well, but before I talk about the outreach, leading into outreach, I want everyone to know that Crime Stoppers is not a program of the Beaumont Police Department.
Okay.
Now, of course, they're our
partners.
Our partner, and Carol Riley does a fantastic job, along with other people in the Beaumont Police Department, of appearing and making the announcements about the rewards and the crimes. But this is not just a Beaumont Police Department program. We have the police departments in Port Arthur. We have the sheriff's departments in 3 counties. We've got all of our local law enforcement are supporting partners. So if you're just not in Beaumont proper, Crime Stoppers is still a very important program for us to partner with our law enforcement friends and colleagues to help make our communities safer.
Okay, and that's a great point, Doc. So let me ask this question with that in mind. So if a person is in Lumberton or Silsbee and want to provide a tip for something that happened in their community,
yes,
can they still call this 833
yes,
TIPS
that's
number?
the 833 TIPS. That is the central tip number to call, regardless of what county you live in, if it's Orange, Jefferson, or Hardin County.
That's good.
You bet.
So those of you who are not in Jefferson County, not in Beaumont, you can still use this same number, 409-833-8477, to report in your area.
That's right.
The crime.
That's right.
That has taken place.
Yeah.
And it will get back to
you bet.
that city or that county and those law enforcement officials.
You bet. We have almost 20 law enforcement affiliate agencies besides Beaumont Police Department.
And that's good.
Yeah, and we're partnering together. So you had asked about outreach.
Yes.
And I'm just going to go right to the top of the list. All right. A man that I am most proud to say that I know and that I so admire. And he is a retired Beaumont police officer named Al Johnson. And most people know Al Johnson because Al not only had spent 30 years on Beaumont Police Department, but Al's partner at BPD was the Bloodhound Liz. And everybody remembers Liz, the Bloodhound. When they had to track someone, Liz was the one that would find them. So Al has retired now, and through a grant, what Crime Stoppers has done is, mostly because it was Al's idea, is we have had built a custom trailer with a small replica of a home on that trailer. And Al has completely equipped that system with all kinds of items that a homeowner might use to keep their windows locked, or to where to put a camera, or what kind of a safety mechanism to use to keep a door from opening. And Al's the kind of guy that he's not just going to equip that thing with a bunch of expensive equipment.
Yeah.
Al has researched for a long time, and he did this through Beaumont Police Department too, and he is finding things that can cost less than $20.
Wow.
That can help someone keep their home, their business, and their family safe. And he demonstrates those by bringing that trailer display around. He'll bring it to events, he'll bring it to churches, he'll bring it to neighborhood associations,
civic organizations,
wherever they need to be. Al will bring that house and that trailer, and Al also does a static demonstration on tables, like if you have a meeting at the Elegante, and Al can come in and make a Crime Stoppers safety presentation.
Wow.
Is that not good or what?
Wow, that is excellent.